every single day. I'm gonna make something great.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're making crab fondue. Fun who? Not fun who, fondue. With this dish, you would not usually find herbs inside of a crab fondue. But I believe herbs help not only increase the flavor, but definitely when you have a dish that has a lot of fat, such as heavy cream and cream cheese, I think it's nice to add the lemon aspect as well as the herbs to help cut through that fat and give the flavor even more clarity. And when you taste it, it's like your taste buds is like, I'm going everywhere, I'm in heaven, right? And that's the goal. We want to make sure every single bite that your friends, that your family try, they are literally in love with your dish, right? Enough talking, let's go. All right, we're gonna start off with 1/4 cup of red bell peppers. Now we're gonna add 1/4 cup of yellow diced onions. Now we're gonna have 1 tablespoon of garlic, and we're going to smash down on the garlic with the sharp part of the knife facing the other way from you. By doing this, the skin will come off very easily, as it's shown right here, it just comes right on off. And now we can go ahead and dice that up and get that minced. And now we're gonna have 1/4 cup of diced cilantro. Now we have 2 teaspoons of squeezed lemon. And now we're gonna have 2 tablespoons of mayo with 4 ounces of cream cheese. All right, guys, now that we have those ingredients in the bowl, now we're gonna add 1/4 cup of Monterey Jack cheese right here. Now the bowl is right here, so you see me putting the ingredients right in the bowl. But as you all know, you can use several cheeses, I would suggest. One suggestion that'd be fairly good, I think would be good with this dish would be provolone cheese. I've always loved provolone cheese. I love the smokiness, and I love how it's not so sharp, but it's very smooth to the palate. You can also do Havarti cheese. That would be a great dish if you add that to it as well. Both of those cheeses with that would be good. If you want to not do Monterey Jack cheese, you can do that. Now we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Now the reason why I would do smoked paprika over normal paprika is because that smokiness is going to give you a flavor of earthiness. So it's going to give you more earth to it. It's going to give it more body. So when that cheese and that lemon and that cilantro and oregano, which I'll be showing you that in a second, is added to it, it's going to be like, man, like my taste buds are like, I'm getting hit with a left, hit with a right, getting upcut. Before you know it, you like, man, I need 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I like cayenne because it gives it that little spice to it. You know, you got the savory, you got the herbs helping you slice, you got the cheese and the cream saying love me a long time. But then when you add in the spice, it's kind of like, it's giving you that back tongue action. You know, when you taste something and that spice like right there, and you like, I see you, spice, I see you. You showed up to the party. Thank you for coming in. All right. Now we're gonna have 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. As before, I told you I love doing herbs with my dishes, but definitely when a dish is heavy fat, I think it's great to add herbs to it. Now we are gonna use diced green onions, but the green onions are gonna be used towards the end to garnish the crab fondue. So you want those to be fresh, because of course if you put it in with the dish, green onions turn a little bit dark and blackish as you cook them. We want it to be fresh. We want it to give it a nice resilience to the fondue itself. And by the way, if you're not on a keto or Atkins diet, if you're trying to just get like a nice meal for your family, that's cool, that's great. But eating this, if you're like a low carb, low fat diet, I would suggest not to eat this dish normally because this dish is heavy in fat. It has a lot of dairy products. And if you're keto and you're active, this is great. This is just for you. If you're not, make sure you have moderation with this dish, okay? Now we're gonna add a half a teaspoon of pepper and salt, and we're gonna stir in all the ingredients till it's nicely blended. Now we're going to put our mix into our personal pan, and we're going to add now the Monterey Jack cheese to cover it to make sure it's nicely melted on top. All right, everyone. Now we're going to put the crab fondue into the oven. Let that cook for 20 minutes on temperature of 380. Now these are the low carb tortillas. I just pan-seared them in a pan with olive oil to make them kind of crispy. And they're going to be like your chips, but they're going to be low carb for you. Now you don't have to do crab. You can do shrimp. You can do crawfish tails. You can go a lot of ways when it comes to seafood and fondue to make dips from them. But be careful. Do not pre-cook shrimp or crawfish or your seafood, because a lot of times you do that, when you put it in the oven, it's going to overcook. And then it's going to be gummy. And nobody wants gummy seafood because you be doing this the whole entire time. I think it's 2022 now? All right, guys. The beep is going off, so that means that this crab fondue is ready. Let's check it out. All right, guys, this came fresh out of the oven. Letting this cool down for just about 5 minutes. We're gonna get it plated and then we're gonna taste it to make sure it's just right. When I tell you I'm excited, I'm excited. It has came out. So let's sample it, let's see what it tastes like. It's hot, it's all liquidy and juicy. A few times. No, it's so good. So then you all know ahead of time. Easter's coming up. When you go to James' house or Judy's house, they're gonna actually make this dish over again. I'm letting you know ahead of time. It's gonna be ready. Get the recipe out. Make sure you got it on deck. Hey, thank you all so much for watching my show. Please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, that's good. And can't even talk right, it's so good, right? And please come back. If you have any questions, hit me down low with all my comments. And as always, let's keep cooking.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something